My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need! And I hope you enjoy the video. Yo, what's going on, my brothers and sisters? So in this video, I kind of wanted to revisit, it's like a revisit review of the Batman Arkham series. My Twitch viewers know recently I had replayed through all of the Batman games. Finally played Arkham Origins for the first time ever. Got all of the way through that. You know, just how I felt about them then and how I feel about them now. How are they aged over the years? Stuff like that. So let's get into it. Batman Arkham Asylum. This game was, as we all know, the first game in the Arkham series, and this game was the foundation, the blueprint, if you will, on what was to be the future of these Arkham games. I still remember when this game came out. I wasn't even, I mean, still today, I'm not really a Batman fan like that, but before this game came out, you could never really look at a superhero game and be like, yo, this is a game of the year contender. This is the game that changed all of that. Between all of the Arkham games, story-wise, I still feel like this might be the best one. I love the setting of it, you know, just you being in the Arkham Asylum. It feels way more kind of closed off because you're just in there. The gameplay in this game was great. The combat, bro, replaying all of these games on PC, like, I was just like, man, this gameplay has aged so well. Is as fun and as good as it was back then playing it in 2009. It was just as good, if not better, playing this junk on PC in 2022 at the time when I was playing it. The game was just great, bro. Everything about Arkham Asylum from a story standpoint, a setting standpoint, the voice acting was great in the game with Mark Hamill. Rest in peace to the great man known as Kevin Conroy. I was so crushed when I heard about his passing last year, man. That dude, honestly, when I think Batman, I'm just talking strictly voice. When I think Batman, I think Kevin Conroy, bro. He literally is the voice of Batman to me. So, you know, him passing last year, bro, while I was playing these games, I'm like, oh man, bro. So yeah, he just, the voice acting in all of these Batman games really were just great, bro. I really feel like the only weak point to Arkham Asylum to me was the bosses. The bosses in Arkham Asylum are really not all that good. They're really not all that good. From the Bane fight to Poison Ivy to who else you fight in there? The last boss fight with Joker, where he's a freaking big titan and stuff. It's just like, yeah. that replaying through Arkham Asylum again, I was like, yo, were the bosses like always this kind of not bad, but just like it was clearly like the weakest point of Arkham Asylum. Outside of that, Arkham Asylum is still, again, from a story and setting standpoint, I think a top 2 Batman game. And yeah, again, it's the foundation, it's the blueprint, and it went from there. Moving on to the GOAT.
Yes, sir.
Still, in my honest, humble opinion, the best Batman Arkham game in the series, my brothers and sisters. That Batman Arkham City. Batman Arkham City is literally everything that Batman Arkham Asylum did, but better. Like, it's more open. You can fly around the city more as Batman. It really does a great job as making you feel like the Batman in my IGN voice. The boss fights are way better in this game compared to Arkham Asylum. It does just as good of a job with the story that Arkham Asylum does. I might give the slight edge still though to Arkham Asylum, but the story is just it's like right there. I still remember playing this game the very first time, and the whole twist with the Joker when he's like, "You fell for the fake Joker gag," and then he turns into Clayface. Like, bro, story. I feel like as far as like cut scenes go and like the most memorable moments in the Arkham series, a lot of them come from Arkham City, bro. Like Arkham City again, it's like neck and neck with like the story in Arkham Asylum. Still might get a slight edge to Arkham Asylum, but yeah. So Arkham City is just everything that you would want in a sequel to a great game that they had with Arkham Asylum. They upped up everything, they improved everything, and it was just like it was the perfect game. And replaying through that game again, it was clear to me why I felt like at that time and still is the overall best Batman Arkham game in the series. Now, this is really why I wanted to replay through these games again, because I remember when Arkham Knight came out in 2015. A lot of people, I mean, some people did, and I don't want to like don't get it twisted. Arkham Knight was still a good game, but remember when the game came out, a lot of people didn't, really like it too much, because yeah, they put in the Batmobile, but it was like, I'm trying to play as Batman, not as the Batmobile. Like, he was in the Batmobile. That was like, oh, you want us to add in the Batmobile? Okay, say less. They put in the Batmobile, and it was like, you was in that junk a lot. So that's why, that, and on top of the story and stuff like that, that's why a lot of people, might didn't like Arkham Knight like that. But Arkham Knight was never a bad game. It was just, if you compared it to the others, I could see how people would say that. Prior to me replaying through this series, I beat Arkham Knight once in 2015, never went back. Replaying through Arkham Knight again, I will say this. Gameplay wise, I think it actually is the best Arkham game in the series. The gameplay in Arkham Knight, especially the combat, bro. And I love how in these Batman games, which I feel like they need to do, and this is when Spider-Man 2 is going to come into play. Because replaying through these games again, it kind of occurred to me why I still feel like the Batman gameplay is more satisfying as far as the combat goes compared to what Insomniac did with Spider-Man. In these Batman games, especially in Arkham Knight, you literally feel every hit when you're punching these suckers. Like, you feel like the bone crunching, I'm not gonna kill nobody, but I will put them in a hospital, hit from Batman. Like, every single hit, you feel that impact. And I feel like that's something that you didn't really feel like in Spider-Man. And like, people are saying, well, Batman is more of like a brawler and like a brute force. That's like, bro, Spider-Man is stronger than Batman. Like, you do know that, right? He's way more stronger than Batman. So I don't know why I don't know why Spider-Man's hits have to be like this kind of like light, impactless hit. Like this is Spider-Man. He's stronger than Batman. And the way that you feel every single punch or kick or freaking arm break or leg break from Batman, especially again in Arkham Knight, I was like, man, this combat is second to none, bro. It just works so well. I will say this, bro. Yeah, Batman still got it as far as the combat goes. The combat in Batman, and my Twitch viewers can tell you this, and this was on Arkham Asylum before I got to City or Night. I went to that challenge room where like you just fight like wave after wave of henchmen, and you can, just try to build up your, bro, that jump is so addicting. The combat, especially when you're fighting like multiple people in these Batman games, are just it's so satisfying and addicting, and it's something that I feel like they can definitely do better in Spider-Man 2. The fact that you got the what's that junk called? The fear takedowns, to where I think you can like take down like up to 5 people the fear takedowns. You have the team takedowns again going into Spider-Man 2. If you're able, you know, if there's like moments to where, you know, you're playing as Miles or Peter and you're like fighting together, they need to do the same thing that Arkham Knight was doing with the team takedowns. They do that junk so well when you're Batman and then Catwoman is by your side, or you're Batman and then Nightwing is by your side. Like the team takedowns in Arkham Knight, my God, bro, them junks, it just works so well. Yeah, that's one thing that really stood out to me in my second playthrough of Arkham Knight. I was like, man, I didn't realize how like, and like I knew it was good, but I just didn't remember how much like better combat wise the gameplay was in Arkham Knight. I will say though, story wise, yes. And at first I was, I mean, and then I still enjoyed the story. I still did enjoy the story in Arkham Knight. But yeah, the story is definitely not as good as a City or Asylum to me. It's good at one moment, but then like as it kind of keeps on going, I did felt like towards the end it does start to drag with the whole, you know, who's the Arkham Knight and what's the freaking guy's name? Freaking Hugo Strange, whatever. Like all of that stuff does start to kind of drag towards the end. And then like you're constantly in the Batmobile. Like, and again, the Batmobile is great in this game. Like the way they put in the Batmobile and like you really feel like that junk is a tank. You're just freaking busting through everything and using all of the stuff that it can do. The Batmobile was great in Arkham Knight. It's just I kind of feel like maybe during like when they were making this game, they kind of themselves fell like too much in love with the Batmobile and was like they just like put that thing like in everything. I think they kind of just fell a little bit too much in love with it. While it was still great, it kind of did, you know, ruin some aspects of, you know, the overall game to me. This was my first time playing the DLCs in Arkham Knight. And man, I think they got like 4 of them, but one of the DLCs, I think with the Raj Al Ghul clan, whatever. Though that specific one, that one, and then they also got one with Killer Croc. But the one with the Raj Al Ghul people, I forgot what they're called. The what are they called? I freaking forgot. But man, that DLC, like it got like a real kind of like horror-ish vibe to it. But I loved it, bro. And then the one with Killer Croc, and I think that's where you got Nightwing by your side. Dog, well, one, the redesign that they did of Killer Croc, that dude looked raw. And you're doing the team takedowns and like the dog. I was very impressed by the Arkham Knight DLCs. Like I was like, damn, like just imagine what like it made me want like them to to put out more stuff for Arkham Knight, just, you know, just as far as DLC wise, because the gameplay was so good. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. So again, don't get it twisted. Arkham Knight is not a bad game by no stretch. It's not. It's like, bro, that trilogy of Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Knight, probably one of the best trilogies ever, especially if you're just, you know, putting it in that superhero category. But yeah, replaying through Arkham Knight again, I did have this kind of newfound appreciation for the game again. It's not the best one in the series, to me at least, but I was like, nah, this game, you can still see where they improved multiple things into this game, especially from a gameplay standpoint. And Arkham Origins. Now, this was my first time ever playing Arkham Origins. I remember the reason why I didn't play this game is because when it came out, I was like, are they starting to milk this Arkham series now? This other Batman game that's going to be a prequel and is not being made by like Rocksteady. So I vividly remember that's the reason why I did not play this game. I was kind of like, it kind of seemed like they milking it, and I'm tired of the Batman right now. So that's why I did not get this game. So Playing through Arkham Origins for the first time, I really liked what they did. You had a younger, more inexperienced, yet aggressive. Like, Batman was like mad more like aggressive and mean in this game. The story was great. I thought Troy Baker's performance as freaking Joker, like, man, if that dude didn't sound like Mark Hamill, like, he sounds as close to Mark Hamill without you actually getting Mark Hamill. I loved seeing like how, you know, things that transpired before Arkham Asylum begins. The boss fights though in Arkham Origins, and this is what I heard prior to me playing this game, that's really where this game shines. The boss fights in Arkham Origins, especially the one with Deathstroke. That fight, dog. That fight, I don't felt like they ever touched that level, you know, as far as how good that boss fight was after that. But yeah, that fight with Deathstroke, I felt like the Bane fight, well, the multiple times you fight Bane in this game, they gave more credit to Bane. They gave a lot more credit to Bane in this game, because the Bane boss fights in Arkham Origins are so much better than that one Bane fight that they had in friggin' Arkham Asylum. That junk was a joke. That's where like you really see that they put more of an effort into it. So yeah, Arkham Origins, bro, the game was like, I've never seen, I don't think we'll ever see that again. Like, you can definitively say every Batman game in the Arkham series is not bad. Every single one of them are great in their own way. Like, not a single one, you know, flopped. I feel like, you know how rare that is to have 4 games and they're literally like all great, even in like the most best series. Like, there's always that one game that you could be like, yeah, I don't know what these suckers was thinking. And yeah, again, you could say that with Knight, but you know, the whole Batmobile stuff is still great. They just do it too much. And you could see the influence that that series had on like a lot of games that came after it, bro. Like, the gameplay still today, it aged like freaking wine, bro. Replay through those Batman games again if y'all, you know, need something to play right now and you forgot how good those games were. Now, I do hear on console, if you buy the Batman Arkham collection, apparently the junk is only at 30 FPS for all 3 of them. So that's why I played it on PC, because I'm like, oh no, I'm not playing that junk at 30 FPS. So those games were special, bro, and ahead of their time. Really, because a lot of the games come out today, they don't do it as good as those games did. And that junk started in what, 2009? That's a great overall job with those Batman games, bro. So yeah, that's my review of the entire Batman Arkham series. What was y'all favorite Arkham game in the series? Where would you rank all of the games in the series, going from 1 to, you know, 4, whatever? Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down in the comment section below. Till the next video, my brothers and sisters, I'll catch y'all boys in my next one. All right.